Welcome to Bronze Dad Plays. Today, we're talking about how to be a gaming dad on a limited budget. If that's something that's interesting to you, be sure to give me a subscribe to see more. Every family faces a challenge as it expands. Time and money get more restricted as you find the best ways to spend it together. But in those quiet hours you get, those rare times where everybody leaves the house except you, or maybe everyone's just in bed, those are the times when we get to come alive and live in the digital world. So what are the best ways to be a gaming dad? Let's get started. Play with the family. Okay, let's get the sappy one out of the way first. Having a gaming family means your job as a dad is easier. If you share a common interest, you're more likely to spend that limited time and budget on the interest. Play co-op or compete with the people you love most. Just avoid Mario Kart. That game is built to destroy relationships. Of course, I think the majority of you already have this one figured out, as a recent survey showed that 60% of American families play video games together weekly. If you make a weekly game night, you can avoid spending money elsewhere, which really adds up. The relative cost per hour of video game is much lower than other traditional outings like dinner or the movies. Maybe your family just isn't into gaming all that much and you prefer to play solo. Well, this one's for you. Learn to love MMORPGs. Massively multiplayer online role-playing games, or MMORPGs, are simply massive and multiplayer. They're worlds made to live in. People lose themselves in World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy XIV daily. While this is a much smaller genre than it used to be, it isn't without content. MMOs offer long storylines, daily quests, weekly quests, dungeons, raids, life skills, achievements, and more. Similar to live services like Destiny, the developers are constantly churning out new things to draw you in and consume your time. Most MMOs have a subscription of $15 a month or so, but many are free with cash shops. If you commit to the game, build up your character or multiple characters, you can play an MMO for months for the same price as a traditional game. Just one word of caution, as a dad, you'll really have to plan your time once you reach endgame. Many of these games have raids that can last for hours with an inexperienced team. Get good, or at least get time. Alright, fair enough that MMOs aren't for everybody, but if you know the game that's for you, you know what you want, there's a simple tip to follow. Use your Steam wishlist. This one's aimed at PC players. Steam is one of the most active online distributors of PC games, and since it's also one of the oldest, it has a lot of great features. Steam's suggestion queue will regularly point you towards games it thinks you like. Curators' reviews will make their way to your front page so you can see the impressions of people you care about. And all of the different lists on the front page can help you find new games based on what's selling, trending, coming up, or on sale. But one of the best features to me is the wishlist. With the tap of a button, a game can be placed on notice for your account. Should it ever go on sale, you'll be sent an email letting you know. Your wishlist can also be shared if you feel like begging friends or family. Are you more the competitive type? Well, here's a tip for you. Get competitive with hero shooters, battle royales, and MOBAs. These three genres absolutely dominate the market right now. There's no doubt you haven't heard of massive titles like Overwatch, Fortnite, or League of Legends. The glittering lights of esports, merchandise, and streaming certainly bring a lot of value and money in for the developers and publishers of these games. But keep in mind that only a subset of the population actually participate in those money-making ventures. The rest of us play for free. All three of these genres rely on balance to create fair matches for the players. That means that most of what's offered is cosmetic only. Maybe access to a specific hero is behind a paywall or a time wall. Maybe being able to customize your loadout needs a cash injection. But the games are completely playable and competitive without spending a dime. Hero shooters like Overwatch give those of us who can't aim a chance at victory with the focus on powers. Battle royales remind us we could always be worse by showing us that we aren't last place, usually. MOBAs like League of Legends teach us to be salty and mean to everyone. Yeah, MOBAs can be a harsh reality check for bronze players, but they're still fun. If you're patient enough, this becomes real easy. You can wait for a sale. Waiting is hard. You watch the trailers, you read the articles, you talk to friends, and then the shiny new game shows up and you have to wait. Listen, I know it's hard. I know firsthand that it's near impossible, but the Steam sale is a meme for a reason. You get incredible games for nothing. Games with a 20-hour story for $3? Yes, please. While digital storefronts on consoles may not be quite as generous, most games today have great value per hour, so getting them half off only makes that better. True, you may not be able to be a part of the conversation or community upon launch, but if you fancy live services like The Division 2, the community and game often get better with time. Bugs are patched out, new DLC is released, and then you get that sweet, sweet Game of the Year edition for $20. The big downside? When $50 will buy you 12 games, and you really love games, you're gonna get 12 games. So that leads us to our last tip. Play your library. Yes, you editing this video right now, play your library. Seriously though, all those games that were on sale are no good if you don't play them. But there are positive reasons your library exists as well. Think about it. Do you have a favorite game from the last 5 years? You probably own it. What's stopping you from having another run through the story? Think you know a game inside and out? Become a speedrunner. You can challenge yourself over and over without having to get anything new. Your favorite game is now old and gone? Sold the console? Remasters of some of the greatest games of all time have been flying off the shelves, and typically for cheap. It's a great time to be a gamer. Games of all types, styles, and prices are out there in the world waiting to be played. Being a gaming dad just takes a little planning and patience, but can easily be done. Getting your family involved always makes everything better, but make sure you let them grow on their own too. This has been 6 tips for gaming dads on a budget. If you like this content, please like, share, and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. Have new ideas for content for this channel? Shout it out in the comments and I'll be sure to respond. Thanks for watching. Until next time, see ya.